Show everybody how to make this perfect, no fail, absolutely no fail here, turkey breast. It's really super easy and super simple. The longest actually is taking to get everything prepped, which isn't really that long. It takes about 30 to 35 minutes per pound, so make sure that you allow that. And we're gonna do a turkey breast. So my breast is about 6 to 7 pounds. And remember, whenever you're serving your Thanksgiving dinner, to always allot for about a pound per person, unless you have really big eaters, and then you can go about 2 pounds per person, but that's gonna give you a lot of leftovers. Anyway, unless you have some big eaters. So let's get started. So right here, I have prepared my veggies. So I have 5 stalks of celery that I've washed. I have 5 carrots that I kept the skin on because the skin of the carrots has a lot of nutrients in it, and we want to make sure that we get all of our nutrients, even though it's the holidays. I have 2 onions that I've quartered, and I have 1 leek. Now, leeks are super awesome and they add a lot of flavor, but you have to be careful because inside the leek there can be a lot of dirt. So you just split it in half long ways, and then after you do that, you rinse it. So I have my 1 leek here. He's nice and clean and there's no dirt in him. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take these veggies and I'm going to take my pan, voila, and I am going to place these veggies in my pan instead of doing a rack, like I'm going to alternate. So there's no metal racks in here. All this is delicious veggies. And this also makes a super awesome side dish, which is really lovely because you don't have to do much work. And you can see they're all lined up here, just like this. And we can take some onions and put those guys there. And then we'll take another carrot, and we're just gonna alternate these so you can see my beautiful little veggie rack. It's really nice, and I didn't have to clean up a metal rack. Yay! So now I've completed my veggie rack. I've kind of taken my onions apart a little bit, and that's why you quarter them. It helps you do that a little easier. And then I just throw them in there. So look how pretty. I'm eating the rainbow. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make the mixture that's gonna go on top of my turkey. That's gonna be really super yummy. Although I'm gonna admit, it is not exactly diet friendly, but that's okay, because you're gonna go for a walk, right? After you're done eating your turkey. So in here, I'm gonna take a medium bowl. I'm gonna take a tablespoon of Old Bay, yay. And I am going to take a 1/2 cup of melted butter that has been cooled, and a 1/2 cup of real mayonnaise. Like I said, this is not exactly diet friendly, but remember, it's all about moderation, and it is a holiday. So I'm gonna mix this all up in here together, and when I'm done mixing it, I'm gonna set it aside. So I've put my mayonnaise in here, my tablespoon of Old Bay, and just in case you're not a mayo kind of a fan, that's okay, because you're not really gonna taste the mayo. What that does is it just lends a lot of protection against your turkey from drying out. Now the Old Bay is really lovely. What it does is it adds a little bit of flavor, but not much flavor, but it just adds a really nice color as well, and a little bit of salt. So you don't put any salt or pepper on this. This is it. So when you're done, it's gonna look like that. And now we're gonna start on the turkey. Oh, so I forgot to mention, if you're gonna do a turkey that's 8 pounds or bigger, or a turkey breast that's 8 pounds or bigger, make sure that you double that, because you want to have enough to put over the whole entire turkey. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to open up my turkey breast. Yay! Actually, just the package that it comes in. I'm not going to actually open up the breast because that would just not make any sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a cookie sheet or a sheet tray. You know why? Because I don't really like, turkey stuff all over the place. So this also helps maintain like the turkeyness. So I'm just gonna open this up. Be careful because you don't want it to squirt in your face. By the way, make sure that if you are doing a turkey breast, make sure it is de-thawed, because you don't want to get to the point of the turkey being there and not being de-thawed. Not a good idea. Allow about 3 days for your turkey to de-thaw. So you see this little baggie here? That's a bunch of really good yumminess. So you want to keep that and put it aside. Don't put it in your turkey stuff. So here's what the little guy looks like. This is, like I said, 6.7 pounds, and he's gonna be really super yummy and lovely. And the really great thing is, super cute, right? I'm a turkey, yay, yay, yay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to dry this off with a couple paper towels that I've already gotten ready. Now you wanna make sure that you already get your paper towels pre-ready, because if you don't, you're gonna get your whole roll of paper towels all yucky. So we wanna make sure that our whole roll isn't all yucky, just a few are helping us clean. So we're gonna pat him dry. The reason why you pat him dry is because you wanna make sure that he is nice and dry, so whenever you put your topping on him, he'll be able to have it stick to him, because if it's wet, it won't be able to stick. So you're just gonna dry the inside out of him. You don't need to wash a turkey. Not only that, like, it gets your sink all gross and you have to bleach it down. It's not really worth it. Okay, so here's our turkey breast. He's nice and dry. He's gonna go right on top of our beautiful little rack that we made. Isn't that great? So once again, less dishes. I love that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my rack over here, and you can see the guy, and I'm gonna tell you guys, it gets messy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this all over. Now what I like to do is, I like to do this with a spoon at first, and then, you know, come on, it's a holiday, it's fun, you need to be intimate with your food, so put it on with your hands afterwards. But go ahead and put it on in the beginning with the spoon, and there you go. Some people use gloves when you're doing this, but like, I think Tom the turkey would like you to, like, you know, touch him, right? If I was a turkey and I was gonna go in somebody's tummy, I would want them to touch it. So here we go. And yay, this looks really super yummy already, and it smells really, really nice. So you wanna just make sure that he's all covered. And here you go. He's nice and covered, and like I said, this is enough topping for this size. If you were gonna do a larger one, you just wanna make sure that you have enough topping. So then the next thing I'm gonna do is wipe off my hands, and I have 3 cups of low sodium chicken broth. Now, if you have homemade, whoa, that's super awesome. Go ahead and put that in, but you don't need to homemade it, it's okay. We don't all have time to do that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do my turkey. Looky, he looks all happy, yay, yay, yay. And I'm gonna put this actually on a foil lined sheet. Put him on top of there just because I didn't have a turkey roasting pan. So then I'm gonna put him into 325. He's gonna go for about 30 to 35 minutes per pound, and then he'll be done. So just a few things that I forgot to mention about the turkey. You want to baste it. In other words, take a little spoon and put a little bit of those nice juices on there about halfway through the cooking. So mine's going to take about 3 to 3.5 hours. So at about 1.5 hours, I am going to baste it. And then after I do that, I'm going to let it continue to cook. And then when I take it out of the oven, what I want to make sure I do is I let it set for 20 to 30 minutes, undisturbed. But I am going to tin a piece of foil over it, and I'm going to show you how to do that when we do it. And in order to tell if it's done, I want to know when I stick this in the thickest part of the turkey, that guess what? It comes to 165. If it doesn't come to 165, you probably want to keep it back in the oven still. Just saying, unless you want uncooked turkey. But, so that is that.